When it goes in the newspaper, it says Lady Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have that person won the game. So I think we stay to that team concept too, because it's easy to pull apart egos.
Sure is, yeah.
But my team last year, we never had those problems for the most part. And I'm hoping that carries over.
Yeah, hoping that Bobby Brown next year.
Man, I love Bobby. Yeah, but I hope not.
Everyone, welcome to the Overtime with Troup podcast. This is the very first episode. Okay, super exciting. Super excited for today's conversation with my guest, Coach Thornton. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the title right.
All right.
Head basketball coach. Okay.
Yes.
For the girls team, fantastic. How's it going today? Doing all right?
I'm great. Any day above ground is a blessing, so
Amen.
I'm good.
We had no complaints. Amen. How did the tryouts go? First of all, I guess.
Tryouts went well. For me, I don't really cut people, so anybody that comes out, they have a spot. You know, whether you make JV or varsity, as long as you put in the effort, I have a spot for you.
That's a good way to do it. Honestly, yeah, you have the courage and bravery to go out there. First of all, too, something.
Right.
Says something about you too. So I know a lot of my students were. Super excited to go out and actually try out. So
okay.
Heard back from a couple of them. They were super excited when they came back to class the next day. So
okay.
Super good. Is there anything you're looking for? You know, did you lose any seniors this year at all?
I lost 4 seniors from last year's team. But coming back, I have a lot of people coming back from last year's team. Should be another great season. You know, I don't want to put too much pressure on us, but there already is. We're ranked number 1 in the state right now. You know, so. We're a target for sure.
Yeah, because y'all are definitely on somebody's list. Okay.
Yeah, so like they say, you know, pressure either bust pipe so it makes diamonds. So we're going to see which one we are.
Yeah, I think I was looking at, I guess, going to the records and stuff and seeing y'all in, like, the newspaper and everything like that. So, like, were y'all, because I wasn't here at all, so, like, how did last season, y'all had, like, a record-breaking season, okay, from what I read in the newspaper.
Yes.
All right, so how did that, I guess, how was that season?
Honestly, that was my girls. Their goal for last season was to make it to the state championship game. People don't know we put in a lot of work last year to make that far. We practiced sometimes 7 days a week. We got up and came in on Saturday mornings. We came in on Sunday evenings. Got in some extra work. So, well, we went 22-0 in the regular season.
That's killer.
We lost the region championship. Then we went on another little win streak, and then we lost the state championship. So we finished 27-2.
Wow, that ain't a bad record. Okay.
It's not, but yeah, I put those 2 on me.
Yeah, it still hurt. Yeah, that'll come to bite you. Because that happened when I played high school. We had something similar where we went like pretty much undefeated in this season, and got to the very end and got a little smoked, but it still hurts to this day.
Yeah, it hurts, right? You know, I felt bad because I felt like we played probably our worst game of the season, that last game. And like I said, I feel part of that was my fault. I know I'm not a morning person myself, so we played at 11 o'clock. That's not what we're used to. My brain wasn't even functioning right. So we came out a totally different team in the second half because we finally woke then, but too little, too late.
Where was the game? Was it? It
was at Macon.
Oh, in Macon. Okay.
Yeah.
So I did travel a little bit too. Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that ice rink, that was different. I was freezing.
Oh yeah. A little different environment.
Much so.
Yeah, that's insane. Well, yeah, I guess congratulations regardless too, because an insane season too. How do you? I guess it's difficult being a coach.
It is.
I feel like you have to see everything from different perspective. You looking at players' perspective. You're seeing, drawing up plays. You try to, keep it all together and think ahead of the next, coach on the other sideline too. So,
right. How
do you navigate and just kind of stay sharp as a coach?
Honestly, I play chess.
A genius.
So, I think chess helps me sometimes because you have to make your next move your best move. So, like the game of chess, you have to think ahead. So you can't always worry about what's happening now. You have to be prepared for any other moves that happen afterwards. So I play that to keep my mind sharp sometimes, I watch a lot of game film also. I have a lot of personal relationship with my players, so understanding them And I think that helps a lot too, having those type of relationships. I can push them to play harder. I understand when they're having bad days. I still know how to reach out to them. And I know they're going to go hard for me because I go hard for them.
You already some killer. I wasn't expecting that, Chess. All right. That's killer, yeah. Insane. I feel like being that coach, you yourself also like almost like a psychiatrist almost, because you're everything really.
Definitely. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I feel like I know too much.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they trust me enough to, let me into their life, outside of just being their coach. Like, my team is my family. I let them know about some of my personal stuff too, and we help each other out. So, yeah.
I feel like that definitely takes some next level like leadership too. To be able to be like, okay, I know this is, it's a game. We're here to, to win.
Right.
We're here to, get in this work, but also I still want to make sure we're all okay. And how can I help you as a person become a better person, waking up for the next day as well. So,
right, and that's how I look at it too. You got to become great people before you can become great players. Teach me how to be nice to other people, how to do things for the elderly, just simple stuff, everyday stuff. But that goes a long way in life. Just be a good person, and things will work out in your favor when you do good for other people.
Absolutely true. Going back a little bit, I guess, what's sort of your background? I figured you played basketball coming up.
I did.
Over back in the day, I'm sure.
I did. I started off in the rec department here in West Point. I played for Harris County Carver Middle School, county over. My mom got remarried. I moved up here, graduated from Callaway High School, went to Bethune-Cookman University and played basketball there. Like I said, I played until I got hurt, and it kind of derailed my career somewhat, but everything happens for a reason, and that's how I got into coaching. And I came back home, so I couldn't play anymore as much as I'd like to because I messed up my knee. So I wanted to teach others everything that I knew, and I want them to be. I had a good career, but I want to teach people how to be better than me.
Okay, that's ultimately a coach's job too, to be able to say, hey, this is where I went, this is where I left off, but I want to make it to that next level too as well. That's cool. You're from LaGrange area too, yes. LaGrange finest. Super cool. What position you played back in the day?
I played point guard.
Okay.
Point guard and shooting guard.
Okay, that makes sense. The chess, all that is starting to connect. Yeah. Point guards are always on a different mindset than everybody else.
Right? Always. Exactly. You have to be the smartest person on the court.
You do. Yeah. You gotta always be thinking ahead.
Right.
For sure, for certain. I guess going back into last season, was there ever a moment I feel like, you as a coach, y'all as a team, felt like I started to feel the pressure of the, because you're pretty much undefeated. Okay? Yeah. So there's got to be some heat behind you. Do you ever feel like, okay, now I'm feeling the pressure, we have to perform to this level, and that sort of expectation at all?
Honestly, no. Like, our mindset last year was tunnel vision. One game at a time. Once that game passes, we don't look back to the game that was behind us. We don't look forward to what's next. Just focus on the task at hand. And so, and I try to remind my girls all the time, it's just a game. We're here to have fun. Of course, we want to win, but when you put too much pressure on yourself, you mess up. Now, honestly, if we did feel any pressure, I would say it was the state championship game. Because then, the whole community in everybody's ear. At practice, you have all these different news stations recording practice, so it's hard to focus because the girls looking like, ooh, they record me, I got to watch what I do, Even myself, I'm having to get interviewed all the time, so it's taking away my focus from my team, so it was interesting, but I would say that last game, the pressure got to be a bit much.
That's fair, yeah. Especially, I feel like in regular season and stuff, you get used to the regular season. Right. Next game, and then the playoffs come. It's a little hot in here. Yeah. Sort of, yeah. I guess that's natural too. It happens. But, very interesting, yeah. Anything any goals for this season? Anything coming up? I'm sure you got some.
Unfinished business. We feel like we had a great season last year, but in the back of our mind, we feel like we can still do better. We can still play better. We can still I can still coach better. So I just think that's our mindset. We saw what we're capable of. Like I said, now we know we have a target on us. So what are we going to show people? Now they know you. So, so Unfinished business.
Yeah, that's a good one for the year. Yeah, coming to take some names for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I guess being a coach, like I said, going back to that, and having to be that mindset almost for everybody on the court.
Mm-hmm.
What drives you, I guess, or inspires you to stay up to that level and
Mm-hmm.
bring your team up as a group as well?
Honestly, just the love that I have for my players. Sometimes people don't know the students we have here. Some of them go through so much off the court or outside of school, and then to be able to perform at such a high level, no matter what's going on in your personal life, your school life, and just like I admire that about so many of my players. It's just amazing to me. So I'm in awe just watching them sometimes. And sometimes it takes somebody from the outside looking in, to let you really know, man, your girls work hard. Man, your girls do this, your girls do that. Me, I'm with them every day, so I don't recognize stuff. And they're like, man, coach, you got it. I'm like, well, I didn't know. Yeah. Yeah, we're just doing what we're supposed to do, So, I don't know. I'm always so happy for them to see them succeed, to know that they put in the work for something and to see it pay off. Because I always teach them that hard work pays off. So for them to see that, I think that means everything to me. I just want to see my girls happy and I want to see them succeed. It's not about me. I care less about myself. I'll stay in the shadows the whole season. I'll coach from the stands if I need to,
I feel like that definitely brings on another level of success too, being it's not about me, myself, okay. We're just all trying to get to the vision. We have a goal,
right?
And that's something that takes another another level of person. I feel like too as well.
And they're so unselfish. I admire that about them too. Of course, that we have some players who a lot of people know of, but we have a lot of role players who do their jobs perfectly. And we can't win with one person. I tell them that all the time. One person can't win a game. No, it takes everybody. And then when it goes in the newspaper, it says Lady Tigers. Doesn't have that person won the game. So I think we stay to that team concept too. Because it's easy to pull apart egos.
Sure is, yeah,
but my team last year, we never had those problems for the most part. And I'm hoping that carries over.
Yeah, hoping that, Bobby Brown's are not this year. For sure.
Man, I love Bobby. But I hope not.
That's interesting because me and my dad or grandparents were talking one time. We were talking about older basketball. We watching some older games that come up on NBA or on ESPN. They were replaying and watching some Michael Jordan's old stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you saw how great Michael was. But he didn't really win nothing. Okay, to your boy Scottie Pippen, to the other one started showing up on the side too. Because I think it is that it goes back to teamwork.
Teamwork. Yeah, you had a shooter, you had a rebounder, had a defensive player. It takes all those parts in order to be a good team, even in order to be a great player. So I totally agree.
Yeah, for sure, for certain. I guess you said your motto this year is unfinished business. Any type of new stuff. Y'all got any new type of training? Any type of exercise? Anything y'all trying to try out this year to I don't know. Do it all. I don't know.
I can't tell too much,
That's fair. I want to tell you a secret. Okay, all right.
But we've been putting in some new layup packages for my girls. Just finishing differently around the rim and stuff because we love to attack the basket, and so I need those 2 points. So we've been working on that a little bit more so. Making plays with our offhand to having confidence and going either way and finishing with either hand. And we love defense, so we're gonna do some different things with that this year
those
too.
teams that love defense are dangerous.
We love it, man. I'm ready.
There's nothing more annoying than the other team playing good defense.
Right, all in your face,
frustrating.
getting on your nerves.
Oh yeah.
Organized chaos. That's what I call it.
I was gonna ask, what's y'all's style of play? And you said y'all like to drive to the rim. I guess y'all are more of a driving sort of defense team, I guess. Now.
Yeah, we're fun and gun. It's and we play bully ball a little bit,
That's Charles Barkley,
I love old school basketball too, I'm no bad boys to Pistons type, but we're not giving up no easy baskets.
No, we're going to pay for it when you come down here.
We're going to be nice about it because we're young ladies, but
You're respectable about it.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm really looking forward to this season. You got the new facility,
right?
Did y'all play in it last year?
We did. Starting in January. Our first game last year over there was the Troup Grange game, and I begged to have that game over there because I was like, man, we could sell out the first game over there. Do you know how amazing that would be? And I finally got Miss Watts on board, and they went for it, and they were happy that we did.
That's killer, man.
Broke the bleachers and everything.
Yeah. Anna was touring me one day, and we did like a tour video for me and my group, in AV. I was just looking at the size of that thing. Yes. Like, this is something I would have killed for in school. This type of arena, honestly.
And honestly, even with the restriction this year, there are like 4 or 5 games will probably sell out over there this year. Have a packed house. I know we got Lynette, we got LaGrange, Harris County's coming over, we got Greenville coming in, us and Carver, those are going to be some big games. Yeah.
Right now, how are y'all handling? I feel like this year is crazy, 2020.
Very much
it's wild out here. Okay, all right. We just trying to spot.
Man.
How have you been handling it, I guess, because you're about to start practices and stuff. How are you handling sort of the possibility of cases rising or trying to keep that stuff down too? Is there anything?
Look, it's funny because the other day at practice, my girl's picking at me because I handed out soap after practice. Look, I gave everybody antibacterial soap. Like, look, I understand you want to be smell good, but I need you clean. Less germs as possible because I don't have time to get sick. We got Germ-X at practice. I spray everything down with Lysol after practice. So worst case scenario, someone were to get it, your whole team has to get shut down for a little while. So I'm strong with my faith. So I'm staying, hoping for the best. Yes. But it's been difficult. Even preseason, some of my girls are virtual. So I understand they can't get transportation to the school, so they miss some workouts, practices, and that's valuable.
It really is.
Like real valuable. So I'm hoping now things will start to flow a little bit smoother.
Catch sort of a better rhythm, because this year's there's no rhythm at all. No usual flow this year, for certain.
Right, so you're gonna have to be real mental. Like I tell my girls all the time, basketball is 80% mental, so that's something we're focusing more on this year too, the mental aspect of the game.
I feel like I know coming up me when I played, a lot of our players, we were solid, decent players, did all of our jobs, but one of the biggest things that took us to the next level back in the day was being able to understand the game itself.
Yeah, basketball IQ.
Yeah, literally IQ. And so you start to see, we watch so much film, you start to see stuff return to pop up in the film. You're like, oh, this is the decision I should make now. We react this way, that sort of thing too.
Right.
To do that. So yeah, definitely, I agree with you 100%, 80% on mental for sure. You say you lost 4 seniors. So there's some spots up for grab.
Yeah,
right.
There are.
Try out, folks. All right. Is there anything I guess you're looking for in a player? I guess to a player that you could give advice to. I guess that you're that wants to come up. Be in that starting position, anything like that? Any type of advice?
Like I say, be selfless. You don't come before the team. We're all about each other. We want to see everyone do well. Give your best. I always give 110%. I love hustle players. And my players that played for me in the past tell you that I'll play somebody who hustles than somebody who's a great athlete if they don't hustle. It's all about effort because that same thing follows you in life. Put forth great effort, you get great results. So that's my main thing. And I'm big on communication and honesty. So you do those things well and you'll be a perfect member of our team.
All right, y'all heard it here first. Okay, all right. Y'all get out there.
Please.
That's what's up. Yeah, hustle players, next level. Those people that are like, okay, I'm gonna get the rebound. I finished the play out.
Right.
Those type of players too.
And it takes those type of players to play defense because defense is work. It's hard work, and we guard people full court.
I'm saying no shade to you. We got players out here in the NBA, okay?
That don't play defense.
Anthony. I'm gonna say names. Don't be playing defense.
James Harden.
Shoot shots, yeah.
That's a lot.
You don't be doing nothing else.
Millionaires, yeah.
So definitely those players like your like your Tim Duncans, like I say like Candace Parker's, like all of those that like finish the plays and are all about just being a well-rounded player as well.
And high energy players too.
Oh yeah, that can come into the game and bring up that energy as well. You know, that's a big thing. I feel like the six group, the person that comes in as your sixth man, I feel like that's an important role as well. Because you got your starters in there. Sometimes starters ain't always hitting it.
Right. I'll bench anybody anytime. They already know.
And I definitely feel like that sixth person coming in is an important role too, to help bring the energy up. So I know for us, sixth man was a very important role to fill, to keep sort of the glue.
Right.
For the team too. So.
And like I said, sometimes you just need that change of pace. Because that's like even some of my girls last year that came off the bench. There's some games they probably could have started, but I felt like you said, we needed that energy more so coming off the bench to change gears a little bit. When people are a little bit tired, excuse me, and then I put my two running gunners out there, and like it changed the whole game. Open the game up.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Definitely with paces, I feel like different teams have different paces too. So like coming to watching basketball, there was like a difference between the Spurs and your Tim Duncans and Tony Parker's out here, and then someone like I don't know, back in the time it was like Miami Heat, who were like a faster team. I feel like the teams that stuck to their own pace,
right,
which changes the pace, of course, who was in there and that, but those who stuck to their game and their sort of style were ones that really progressed the most, I feel like.
Right.
Is there anything that you want to talk about? Anything that you want to discuss at all regarding this year? Anything at all?
Well, for the main part, like I said, happy about last year, but for real, kind of want to put it behind us, move on into the new season. It's going to be different for us. Going to have some new looks. I have a new coaching staff. I know one of my former coaches, she's going to be a head coach at her former high school now, so big shouts out to her. My other one, she moved back to Atlanta, close to where her home, and my other coach, he's moved back to the college ranks, so he's at the University of West Georgia now, so happy for all three of them. But I think I've brought in some people this year too who's going to help a lot. Tasha Askew, she was a college coach herself. She coached at Tuskegee. And I have actually one of my players' brothers. I know he played, collegiately, and Al Green, and he's coming to help out. So just excited to see what they bring to the table this year. So we won't be the exact same team we were last year, So I'm excited to see this new blend of people. Like last year, we gelled really well. So right now, we all got to get on the same page again. So it's going to be a little adjustment period till we all,
Yeah, there always is, and definitely have to find a new rhythm with everybody and get everyone on the same page.
Right.
Which is going to be cool too. Be something new, exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, new and improved. Yeah. And what else can I say? Let's say fan base. I think we have a wonderful fan base, especially for a girls team. They travel with us. They pack it out when we have home games. They're very supportive. Sometimes as a coach, I guess sometimes it can be hard as a coach. You see people bash coaches on social media and stuff like that. Out here, all right? And for the most part, we don't pay attention to that, because I'm the type of coach. If you're not with us every day during the week, your opinion most times doesn't really matter. I do listen to some fans sometimes, though. I think for one instance, a fan yelled out something in the state championship game. I remember they like, put number 4 in, coach. And I was like, you know what? She is supposed to be in the game. Why is she on the bench? Like, she is the one scoring all our points. Like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you're right, And they're like, Coach, I know you heard me. I said, I did hear you. They stopped me at church. So it's great that people feel they can come up to me, in public too, and speak about basketball in the games. I don't mind listening and stuff. And then, sometimes, like I said, it's one ear out the other, but for the most part, I listen to them. If they're gonna pay and come see us, I'll listen.
Yes, that's also hilarious. Put number 4 in. Actually, let's address it. They should be in the game.
Yeah, I had to think about it. But yeah, she is supposed to be in the game. Like, what? Why is she on the bench?
Who is in charge?
So I had to say, yeah, that is my mistake. Y'all right. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, now going back to you saying coaches get bashed. What was it? This year, what was the coach's name? It was the coach of the was it the Clippers? What was Doc Rivers?
Yeah.
You saw, Lord, you have mercy. They was on your boy out here.
Yeah, because he had a squad.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't, because that was.
They were up.
They were up. What was it? They were up like 3-1.
3-1.
Y'all didn't.
Yeah, 3-1.
Golly, boy.
Yeah, so it's not an easy profession at all, you know. 'Cause like I said, you have to deal with that side of things. Have to deal with the business side of things.
Oh, yeah.
Because nothing we get is free, you know. So you have to get money to pay for those things. Like I said, being a psychiatrist, play as a counselor, therapist, teacher, coach, parent, grandparent, auntie, all of the above. So it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
But that's what me and my girls were talking about me last year. The last guy said, "Man, I worked my butt off this year. Like literally, like right before the game, I had to change pants because I had lost weight." So I was like, "Y'all see this mess?" I said, "I literally worked my butt off."
Sweatpants?
Yeah, like what the world? Like right before the game, I had to change pants because they didn't even fit anymore.
Literally coaching your pants off. Literally,
yeah. Literally.
God, that's hilarious. Going back, what was I gonna say? Going back to talking about Doc Rivers. I ain't gonna roast him, but what do you think? I guess with that type of stuff, when we see the the losses from like big leads like that type of stuff, what do you think sort of happens? Regardless, it could be locker room, anything coaching wise, anything team wise, anything. What do you think goes into that sort of like loss and that kind of struggle?
A lot of times, something like that, the team was probably divided,
and
of course, everybody was on playoff P. So you probably had some people on his side, some people not. Some people probably telling him to shoot till you get out your slump, and some people probably saying, "Hey man, you need to stop shooting.
Put it down.
Like pass the ball, dude. Like you out of it this series." So yeah, some of it could be on coaching. You don't know what he called, and he was still running plays through him. So I'm sure that made the other players feel some type of way. So once you lose your chemistry, it's hard to win a ball game. Like
it's something I don't know. Coming up, I didn't realize until I started playing too. I didn't realize how much that your locker room chemistry and just your chemistry outside of the school
means everything,
or the team itself means to the to your playing that evening or that week as well. So I didn't know until I think I remember my first watching of seeing like a locker room impact. Was like I remember watching it was like Gilbert Arenas when he was I don't even remember he was like with the Wizards something like that. And they were doing super well, doing well during the season, and then something happened in the locker room, and that rest of that season was just garbage. So definitely that chemistry and how you players interact with each other outside of the team can impact. And I feel like that's something that you've done well because I feel like I see your players together all the time, having a good time.
Yeah, that's why I said that's us. We're a family. They come over to my house and I cook for them. We go places together. Like we spend a lot of time together outside of basketball. So
it's healthy too, honestly, to be able to hang out with the people that you also play with, and just get a better connection with them as well.
Right, and that's like one of my players. She moved in. I had 2 players move in last year, and I guess the first time they came over to my house, they were like, "Coach, you so laid back, chill. Like they're so used to me at practice. I'm a different person as a coach than as a teacher. So they finally got to see the laid back, chill version of myself. Just a cool chick." But of course, sometimes when I'm at practice, do this,
roasting them.
Yeah. I was like, we didn't know you had this side.
Yeah, this is nice.
And I was like, well, this is the normal me, Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Well, that's cool, yeah. Definitely cool to be able to have that with your players, too. And definitely, I feel like it definitely plays into your success as well.
I appreciate that. And they invite me to their cookouts and stuff, too. So I pop up.
Yeah, look what y'all cooking over there, right? Make sure
I give me about 2-3 plates now if it's good.
Get one for the road, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If it's nasty, I might just throw it in the trash. Put my little napkin over it.
Well, are you looking forward to this year? I feel like you are looking forward to, the exciting possibilities for this year and whatnot.
We are, and even this year, it's going to be more challenging. Like I said, because the target's already out there, but also we have a harder schedule this year. We're playing a lot of other ranked teams also. So I know I have some girls on my team who are, have plans to play in college. So I wanted to make sure that I let them play against other players of their caliber or players that might be above their caliber who are where they're trying to go. Playing against a girl to sign South Carolina, playing against a girl to sign with, a lot of other D1 schools. Playing a lot of D1 commits this year. So I'm looking forward to that and just seeing the level that they play on. And I'm pretty sure I have some girls already on that level, but to push them even more. Like, hey, this is where they are. This is where you're trying to go. Hey, let's get it.
Step it up, yeah.
Hey, like I said, take that scholarship. They're watching them. They watching you. Hey, make sure they keep eyes on you too.
It's a competition at the end of the day for sure. So yeah, keeping them driven and I feel like coaches always see the result and see the path where we couldn't be, where we can be. And I feel like half of your job is being like, okay, guys, this is where we need to be. Let's follow this path because we need to get here. And so being that sort of that driver almost, and trying to help get your players there. Do you agree with that?
They've been working really hard. So I can say a lot of my girls are self-motivated. There's sometimes, like me, I joke and kid all the time, but there's a time when I cut it off and it's, hey, I'm about business now. Time to get about business. So we have those moments and we have to, all right, let's chill now. Time to get to work. So they have that mindset. They know when we're about business and they know when we can, joke around a little bit but still work hard. So like I said, it's very rarely I have to jump on them at practice for real. If I say, all right, everybody on the baseline, they know to hustle up to the baseline. Whatever I tell them they got, they get it done, so.
Slacking now, right?
Yeah, I think they prefer to be on my good side. Yeah, because we run for grades. We run for being late. Yeah, little stuff like that.
Golly, there was nothing worse in practice when you hear, get on the baseline. There is no, it's engraved in my brain, all right?
Right.
Everybody on the line,
I at least try to be nice about it. Sometimes we run a guard group and then run as a post group. But sometimes our post player play guard now because we're kind of positionless, so they all have the same time now.
Everybody.
Right. Ain't no added 2-3 seconds. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to this season. I'm excited. Like I said, I've been talking to a lot of my students about it. And I'm big excited about it too, and just sort of seeing everything. Looking forward to getting footage too. I've been trying to
wonderful.
Get to where there's a practice that I can actually get to.
Okay.
And get some footage in there too. But looking forward to the season. It's gonna be
all right. Well, I look forward to having y'all, and like I said, just doing what you do because it's been amazing seeing what all you all have already produced.
Yeah, I sure appreciate
in your class.
Being new this year, I had something to prove. Hey,
well, you're doing it, man. You're doing it.
I appreciate it.
I already subscribed and everything.
Success. Up to 15 now.
Yeah, y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes, please subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to the podcast itself, Overtime with Troup Podcast, if y'all don't know.
Yeah, okay.
First episode. It's been fun. It's been
fantastic. Real fun. I appreciate you for having me.
Oh yeah. Had to get you in here too because it's gonna be a good year. So
let's claim it. Yes.
Let's claim it. Unfinished business is the thing
yes,
this
sir.
year. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, ain't no problem at all. Let's see if we can get another episode, part 2 in here. Yeah.
Yes.
When we've won the championship.
All right, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.